For the first time in more than a decade, Kerry Madsen is fully committed to chasing a national touring sprint car championship, marking a significant new chapter in a career that has already spanned more than 3 decades. The 54-year-old Australian veteran announced he's teaming back up with the Vermeer Motorsports number 55 team, committing to a full-time campaign on Kubota high-limit racing for both the 2026 and 2027 seasons. For a driver widely regarded as one of the greatest to ever come out of Australia, this return to full-time national competition represents a genuine recommitment to chasing more of the success that has defined his entire career. That decision carries extra significance given how long it's been since Madsen last ran a complete national tour, a stretch of more than 10 years since he last did so at this level. He last completed a full national campaign back in 2015, when he finished 5th in the World of Outlaws standings that year. Coming back to that level of commitment after such a long gap says a great deal about where Madsen's mindset currently sits as he opens up about the future of his career. Central to this next chapter is an entirely new operational setup for the Vermeer Motorsports team, one that involves relocating the entire operation across the country. The team is moving its base from Iowa to central Pennsylvania, setting up shop out of new crew chief Ty Wolfgang's facility near Port Royal Speedway. Wolfgang, a young but already accomplished mechanic, previously helped guide Brad Sweet to both a 2023 World of Outlaws Championship and a 2024 high-limit racing title before stepping into his new role atop Madsen's program. That kind of proven, championship-caliber crew chief pairing gives Madsen genuine reason for optimism as he begins this new full-time chapter. Reflecting on the broader landscape of the sport as he embarks on this new tour commitment, Madsen expressed real enthusiasm about where sprint car racing currently stands, noting the incredible diversification available to both drivers and fans given the sheer number of events now on offer across multiple national series. That optimism about the sport's overall direction seems to be feeding directly into his own personal excitement about this next phase of his career. Before fully committing to this new full-time run with Vermeer Motorsports, Madsen spent time filling in as an interim driver for Tony Stewart Racing, an opportunity he's since described in genuinely warm terms. He called the experience a dream job, saying he had real fun with the team and enjoyed his time there immensely. That stint marked his second go-around with the organization, having also raced for Tony Stewart Racing back in 2021. Despite his fondness for the experience, Madsen was candid about the on-track results not quite matching what both sides had hoped to achieve together. He explained that the team never found the consistency they were chasing, citing a late start to the stint and constantly changing parts and pieces as complicating factors, even as they still managed some genuinely strong runs along the way. That honest assessment reflects the same grounded, no-nonsense perspective Madsen has carried throughout his career, whether discussing triumphs or acknowledging shortcomings. To understand why Madsen's continued commitment to the sport still generates so much excitement, it helps to look at the sheer scope of what he's already accomplished since first arriving in America in the early 1990s. He's amassed 28 career World of Outlaws victories, ranking him 25th on the tour's all-time wins list, a remarkable total for a driver who built much of his early career overseas before establishing himself stateside. That kind of longevity and sustained success places him firmly among the most respected competitors of his generation. Beyond his World of Outlaws win total, Madsen has also claimed some of the sport's most prestigious crown jewel events, earning the nickname King Kerry the 31st after winning the King's Royal at Eldora Speedway in 2014, along with a 360 Knoxville Nationals title and 3 podium finishes across 16 career starts at the Granddaddy of 'em all. Back home in Australia, he's captured the Grand Annual Sprint Car Classic, considered the country's own version of the Knoxville Nationals, on 3 separate occasions. Few drivers can claim that kind of success on both sides of the Pacific. Even with all those accomplishments already behind him, Madsen's return to full-time national competition comes with an entirely new goal attached to this stage of his career. The Vermeer Motorsports team is one of just a handful of operations committed to chasing membership in High Limit Racing's exclusive High Roller Club, a distinction earned either through a top 3 points finish in a single season or a top 8 finish across both 2026 and 2027. That kind of structured, multi-year commitment reflects a driver thinking not just about individual race wins, but about building something more lasting within the sport's newest major series. Speaking about his outlook heading into that pursuit, Madsen emphasized just how much the people surrounding him matter to any realistic shot at sustained success. He explained that the quality of a race team has become the difference not just between winning and losing, but simply between running competitively at all, given how much the sport has grown and how few real shortcuts remain available to teams chasing the front of the field. That perspective underscores just how seriously Madsen and his team are approaching this next chapter together. Part of what makes Madsen's return so intriguing is the sheer number of tracks on the 2026 schedule where he already carries a winning history. Among the 33 tracks featured on this year's high-limit calendar, Madsen returns as a past winner at 6 different venues, including Lakeside, Eagle Raceway, Port Royal Speedway, Gondik Law Speedway, Eldora Speedway, and Skagit Speedway. That kind of built-in track knowledge gives him a genuine advantage heading into a schedule that will test drivers across an unusually wide variety of racing surfaces and conditions. At the same time, the expanded national schedule is also taking him to entirely new territory, with 6 additional venues on this year's calendar marking his first ever appearances at those tracks. Balancing that mix of familiar strongholds and brand new challenges captures the essence of what a full national tour campaign demands from a veteran driver at this stage of his career, leaning on decades of experience while still adapting to fresh competition along the way. As the sport's marquee events have approached this season, Madsen and the Vermeer Motorsports team have been putting in extra work to ensure they're peaking at exactly the right moment. In the lead-up to this year's 360 Knoxville Nationals, the team turned in a solid performance at Knoxville Raceway's Salute to the Lasowski family, with Madsen finishing 4th in that event after qualifying well and racing his way to a 3rd-place finish in his heat race. That kind of extra lap time, according to his crew chief, was viewed as vital preparation heading into the bigger races still to come. As the 2026 season continues to unfold, all signs point to Madsen fully embracing this next chapter of his career rather than treating it as a farewell tour or a gradual wind-down. With a full multi-year commitment to Kubota high-limit racing already in place, a rebuilt team based out of Pennsylvania, and a proven crew chief in Ty Wolfgang guiding the operation, Madsen has positioned himself for a genuine run at some of the sport's biggest remaining goals. His own optimism about the state of the sport only reinforces that sense of renewed purpose heading into this stretch of his career. Ultimately, Kerry Madsen's future in sprint car racing looks less like a chapter winding down and more like a veteran competitor finding fresh motivation deep into his 50s. Between chasing high roller club membership, adding to his win totals at both familiar and brand new tracks, and continuing to compete directly against the sport's rising young stars, Madsen has made clear through both his words and his actions that he's far from finished writing his story in American sprint car racing.